Degloirespace signing in. We've all heard about this devastating zone called the friend zone. It almost sounds like a horror movie. You know, in the old days there was the Twilight Zone, like it was, for those who are unaware of it, it was like this science fiction show where like the most eerie things happen. And then there was that other movie or book by Stephen King, The Dead Zone. And now we've got the friend zone. If you're watching this and you're thinking, hey, he's laughing about it, and that's exactly the way I want you to approach this. The friend zone is a funny place. We're gonna treat it like that. Treat it for the joke that it is. Friend zone is basically one side feels like, I'm really attracted to this person, I want them. While the other side are like, no, you got no access to me intimately. Personally, I never heard of this word till I was well in my 30s. So I spent most of my younger days unaware of this word. And from what I heard, the origin of it came from the sitcom Friends. In my times, there was another word that they used to use. We have a platonic relationship. And I do prefer that word because it's not as harsh. And platonic means that it has, when you hear somebody say this is platonic, it sounds like both sides agree. Whereas the friend zone sounds like a power move. I put you in the friend zone. And maybe it's just a reflection of the modern dating society. With such a huge flux of dating and, you know, there has to be like buffers around there. So I can understand the reason why it exists. Whether it's placed wisely on the right person and all that, that's another question and an endless debate. You got to remember that in the end of the day, relationships are about consensuality, which basically means that if one side doesn't have the urge to sleep with you, then they don't have it. You can't debate that. You can't argue. You can't, come up with like, hey, here's 4 reasons why you should sleep with me. For me, I think the friend zone shouldn't exist in your life. You should never be in the place where you are friend zoned. Whenever you are pushed to that, you should exit. And that's how it doesn't exist anymore in your life. Imagine a girl or a guy tries to put you in that zone. I don't care what the reasons behind it are, you should leave. If it's a platonic relationship where you both agree, like we're just friends, that's fine, that's different. But a friend zone where you want this person so badly intimately and they don't want you, you should leave. You shouldn't be in a place where somebody has power over you. Like, it's not, what's the point of this power? What, for them to use your time, for them to use your resources, and you're just feeling worse and worse about yourself? Like, what are you trying to do? It's a place, it's a zone you shouldn't enter. What can make it even more humiliating is that sometimes there's a promise of sex. Sometimes you'll hear sentences like, you are too special. You are too special for us to have sex. I mean, really? Or something like, I want our first time to be special. Or, I see you more than this. Or any kind of excuse that delays sexuality. And to say it straight to you, only an idiot would believe this logic. So basically this person is telling you, you're so special, I won't sleep with you. But that other guy, he's low. I'll sleep with him. Come on, you can't allow yourself to buy logic like that. You need to leave. It's humiliating. Now, of course, the world evolves and, especially our social lives, and everyone now knows about friend zone. So slowly, there's many tactics now about how to get somebody out of friend zone or how to navigate through friend zone. But don't think it stops there. Just because you learn to deal with it, it doesn't mean that the other person won't evolve. And now this is where it becomes more complex. The other person might be like, oh, wow, wait. I can't lose this friend altogether. So they might give you little prizes here and there. So you're friends, but it's a friend zone. You might get some kissing here and there. Every blue moon, you might even get some small sexual favors. And these little prizes are there to trick you, to keep you longer in it, because The friend zone is actually, because it's a power play, it's important to be kept that way, because there's something that other person is benefiting from you. Could be company, it could be money, whatever it be. There is some value that you're providing. Otherwise, you just be ignored, you just be left, ghosted. And you see, people now, with the access to a lot more people around the world, we're figuring out that not one person can provide all the experiences for you. And because we're, hungry for experiences, we want a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So there's going to be some negotiations. A lot of times people, when they talk about friend zone, they kind of like limit it to just no intimacy whatsoever. But now it's evolving. And because of that, that's why I mentioned that thing about tricks, the little tricks. I need to keep that man. Oh, he's getting disengaged, but I need his favor. I need his value. So I'll sprinkle something there. The promise is there. In general, friend zone is more female to male, but it does happen the other way around. A lot rarer though, a lot rarer. When we were younger, we never used to understand it because the word friend zone didn't exist. So you'd see a man who's being romantic to a woman and you'd think he's doing all the right things. How is she just treating him like a friend? And then we all had the aha moment when we heard of the word. So what to do? Firstly, you need to identify when it's happening. And to identify when it happens, you need to be honest with yourself. When you are honest with yourself, people cannot lie to you. Those bullshit excuses like, I feel so special about us, I don't want sex to ruin us. If your brain allows you to buy that kind of stuff, it accepts that logic, who are you kidding? You are kidding yourself. And if this approach honesty, you want to have that honest approach to yourselves, this is the space for it. Subscribe to the Degloirespace. Back with the program. Some online coaches will give you tactics how to avoid entering the friend zone. Some online coaches will tell you about how to navigate through it to get out of it. I'm not much for these methods. I feel like if you understand the situation, it's a lot better for you because you really don't know why you're in the friend zone. You might be friendly, that could be something, but it might actually not just be that. You don't know what other entanglements that person has. You don't know what's going on in their lives outside of you. There are so many factors that trying to just go by a method is not it. Whereas if you understand it, you will never enter that zone because you know how you should be treated and how you shouldn't be treated. And after saying this to you, you might complain and say, hey, that's ethically wrong for her to be entertaining someone else while entertaining you. I personally think, no, it's not wrong. It's your fault if you get used especially in the friend zone kind of domain. You see, you can't separate what's happening in the world out there and what's happening with our relationships. The world has opened up so vastly that I believe a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. You suddenly have so much attention that you've never had this kind of attention before as human beings. Our minds don't know how to deal with it maturely yet. So yes, there are going to be games along the way and this game keeps evolving as we've mentioned before. So please, please, please do not cry about the situation. And just remember that any relationship, friend zone or not, is a value exchange. Better than saying this is friend zone or not, you gotta ask yourself, is the value exchange that I'm getting here what I need, what I want, or not? You don't need to change your personality. You just need to be honest. If you're not getting the value that you're after, then you say, no, this is not for me. I'm not getting what I want from this person. Hanging out with her is too much for me. And you move on. That's it. Don't worry about playing any game. If I do this, she'll want me more. Don't worry about all this. If you're doing this, then you're being dragged into her life, not you being genuine in your life. And if you do that, suddenly the power dynamics change. You become equal. I'm offering this, you're offering that. I like this, I don't like that. She's happy, I'm not, I'm moving. I'm happy, she's not, she's moving. Hey, that's what it's got to be. We need to uncomplicate these things. The complexity comes because you're greedy. You want what is not there. You want to force your way with deceit and greed. And you see, those things are downfalls in your personality. Rather than greed, be righteous. In your, greed is like, I want it. What do I need to do to get it? Whereas righteous is, I'm here. It's not offering me what I want. This is what I want. I'm not getting what I want here. I move because the world is abundant. With greed, you're going to be dragged into her world. And man, if she doesn't feel you, she doesn't feel you. It's not a big deal. Don't try to buy her with your attention, with your money, with offering experiences. If you're thinking, I can change this, hey, give it 2 or 3 trials. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt, but don't be like a gambler. Oh, maybe the next one will win. Don't be that person, because you're wasting too much time and energy there. And the world is abundant. This is the holistic approach. You need to be cutthroat with your approach. It's not arrogance, it's just being realistic. Not every girl is gonna like you. Not every guy is gonna like you. And there are many reasons for that. We can't nail the factors. If this person has just come from a traumatized relationship or she's so in love with someone else, you have no chance. And you just need to make peace with that. That's it. It's cool. Be righteous. Say, this is what I want. I'm here for this. You're not with me? That's fine. And you move away. Automatically here, your power is restored to you and you become a full human being. You keep going about your life. In that kind of stance, you'll sit somewhere in the back of her mind if she's not open currently to you, but she might be in the future. You don't know. But I'm not going to gamble. I'm not going to waste my years here. I'm not going to give you priority of my time. Do not empower behavior that you do not approve of. If you go out with someone and it's not to your liking, don't be agreeable. That's it. I didn't enjoy it. Remember, the world is abundant, but only if you're open to it. Degloirespace signing out.